All right, Godlings, funny kid story time. I just remembered it a little bit ago, and I want to tell. I might have made a video of it, but it's probably a long, long time ago. It's buried, so I'll do it again. I don't think I did this one though. Not this one. Anywho, because I just remember this. But anyway, my son, he was like 3 to 5, and this is for all would-be parents and current parents, or even grandparents. But parents always have ways to deal with different things, right? Like, for instance, ghosts, monsters, boogeymen, shit like that. When they're ready to go to bed, monsters under their bed or ghosts. Or for my son, it was ghosts. He never really mentioned monsters under his bed. He didn't have a closet, so anyway. But for him, it was ghosts. It was like 3 to 5. And he's like, he didn't want to go to bed one time because he says there was ghosts in there. Ghosts? What? There's a ghost there? He says, yeah. I'll take care of this, man. So I thought real quick, because now my dad would be like, my dad was funny, but he wasn't going to put up with any bullshit. He's like, I don't care if there's a ghost in there, you're going to get your ass and go to bed. So I'm like terrified of my dad more than I am a monster or a ghost, okay? So I'll tell you something. My dad, get your ass in there and go to bed. So he wasn't real, empathetic about it, let's say, but that's okay. He's old school, okay? But that's all right. So, I went through college and I studied a lot. Took childhood development, and it was a good thing. It takes some of the mystery out of it. It doesn't, so sometimes you have to be, clever, creative, but there's also, I remember what it's like to be a kid. I don't always remember. I fail sometimes. But I try, right? So my son, he's talking about ghosts. He doesn't want to go to bed because there's a ghost in his room. I was like, ghost? What? In our house? Ugh, I'm gonna take care of this. So I go in there, and he's sitting on the couch, but I go in there and I kind of close the door a little bit, sitting there going. And I come out, and I'm making noise. I'm like, what are you doing in my son's room? What are you doing here? And make a bunch of noise. And I come out with the ghost by the scruff of the neck. And I'm taking him out to the front door and bam, kick him right out, close the door. There you go, bub. He's like, okay, he's ready to go. But then it was funny because I think, sometimes I think he might have seen a ghost. Kids are close to that, but maybe he just thought that. But then sometimes I think maybe he just, after a while, maybe he just wanted to see my show, And then other times I think he just wanted to delay going to bed a little bit, right? So one time he tried it later on, and I think some time had went by and he didn't mention any ghosts, and all of a sudden he did. And I'm like, but that time I says, don't worry. Poop is a natural ghost repellent. And I took the liberty of pooping under your bed, keep the ghosts away. So he goes right in his room and looks under his bed. I'm like, no, I didn't poop under there. But I took care of the ghost for you anyway, So I think that time, I don't know if he's just delaying bedtime or if he really wanted to see the show, see the dad, the ghost bouncer again, or I don't know. But there's fun. So there's always fun ways to do that with your kids. And so it's not a big push and shove match, about get your butt in bed, type of stuff, So like I said, not always perfect at this, and we're never going to be perfect at it, but just try to remember what it's like to be a kid, that they have different things going on in their heads than we do, I mean, of course, we're not terrified of ghosts, but kids are. And I remember when I was like, I didn't know what was in the dark, because I couldn't see it, so it's like, well, what's in there, you just don't know. But a lot of kids do. They sometimes, I think they do see that stuff because they just came from the other side there, and they're not indoctrinated yet, So under age 5, they're still kind of technically schizophrenic. So they probably do see some stuff. But in the least, it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to connect with your kids and help them and just have fun before bedtime. But funny kid story. I'm sorry. It's a great fun time, and but I hope someone can use that. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can come up with monster spray, or or some ritual where you read something about how to get rid of ghosts or something, or maybe even if you got a Ghostbusters pack on you, man. If you got one of those and you got a ghost and that your kid's talking about, you're gold, man. Just take that thing and then come bring it out. I wish I would have. If I would have thought about that, it'd probably been too expensive at the time for me. But boy, that would have been awesome. So maybe I'll get a chance to do it again. Not with my own kid, but maybe a grandkid or some other kid. That'd be cool though. But that's all I had. Good stuff. Funny kid story time.